Hello, this is Lloyd Benson from Cloud9 News, and today we are at Woodstock in White Lake, New York. We have here an ex-military counterculturist by the name of Ziggy Arlo. How are you doing today, Mr. Arlo?
Please, call me Ziggy, that's cool with me.
Okay, so Ziggy, how are you doing today?
Honestly, man, I'm having a blast, my dude. This place is totally bad.
That's great to hear. How did you get here?
Okay, so my buddy Spirit has the most primo pad, and we stayed there last night with a couple of my fellow flower children.
And?
And what?
I asked how you got to Woodstock.
Oh. Apologies, my dude. I'm totally being a ditz right now.
Don't sweat it, Ziggy.
Okay, so this guy Spirit has this groovy van that he named Freedom. Don't get me wrong, this guy Spirit was a greaser, but he was totally hip too. So as I was saying, this van was an all show and no go, but we still managed to blow the doors off the scuzz bucket on the highway.
Great story, Ziggy. So how long did it take to get here at Woodstock?
You know what? That is a great question, my dude, but this journey was not about how far we had to drive to get here, but how much we learned on the way.
Okay, so you said you were in the military.
Whoa. These questions are really dinging into my mental bank, bro. So yeah, I dropped out of high school, and my parents made me enlist in the Marines to go to Vietnam. And at first I thought it would be a gas, because I would have a nifty gun. But not at all. The first day of basic training, I wanted to just book it, but I needed the bread. So my training officer was a real chrome dome. He would scream at me just because I was bummed out about missing my chick. And that was a real bummer, my dude. We had to crash so early and wake up before the sun was even in the sky. Even the free time was such a drag. I didn't even have my guitar to rock on to some Jimi Hendrix or the Beatles. On top of that, my bunkmate was a fink. I would bag so many extra cigarettes to take the stress off. He would have told our officer. One of the worst things that happened in the army is that I had to lose my flat top. They made us all shave our heads. So one day, I was taking a look at a picture of my fox, and I knew I had to beat feet, or I was going to freak out. So we headed back for his place, but on the way there, we were, at night, a 5-finger discounted as much food and water as I could and cut out. I knew the fuzz would be after me soon, so I did not look back. And this is where I met my best friend Spirit. The first time we met, he introduced himself and said, "Give me some skin." Spirit let me sleep in his van for a couple days. This is where I met his girlfriend, who he was going to steady with. Soon, we hit the road and started for his place, but not with some company. A couple hours into our trip, we were laying rubber on the highway, and we see the heat on our tail. Instantly, I knew if the pig saw me, then I would have to go back to my training camp. Meanwhile, I'm riding shotgun, and I tell Spirit that I have to go in the back and hide, and he was right on about it. Some time goes by, and I hear Spirit whisper, "Hey, everything's solid."
Okay, Ziggy, we're running out of time. I would just like to say thank you for giving us your input in this event.
No problem, dude. Later.
Now back to the station.